You will follow the 6 C's of effective messages in all of your assignments for business communications. The 6 C's are, number 1, courtesy. Courtesy is a way to show concern for the receiver, so you write the message with the receiver in mind. Number 2, clarity is when you compose your easy-to-understand messages. In other words, the receiver should be able to know exactly what you are writing by simply reading your sentences. The third C of effective messages is conciseness. State what needs to be said, eliminating unnecessary words. Number 4 is concreteness. You convey the message in precise terms, using terms that you know the receiver of the message will understand. Number 5 is correctness. You want to provide 2 things. 1, accurate details, and 2, use the acceptable format for the type of message being provided to the receiver. And the 6 C is completeness. You want to include all pertinent information. That's answering the W's and the H. Who, why, what, when, where, and how. The first C, in more detail, courtesy, showing concern for the receiver. You want to maintain goodwill by showing diplomacy. There are 4 things that you will do in order to make sure your messages follow the C of courtesy. The first one is to develop the you attitude. You want to project empathy by replacing I or we with you or your. For example, you will use the receiver's name in the message. You will say you, your. You will eliminate words such as I, we, us, our, the sender's name, the sender's company name. Those are things to delete from the message. In other words, put the receiver in the front of your message. The second thing you will do to show courtesy is to use positive words. This is a small example of some negative words that are commonly found in messages which should be excluded. Blame, complaint, criticize, damaged, doubt, failed, fear, lazy, no, never, no, not, sorry, inconvenience. The list goes on. This is just a small example. So anytime you have a negative word in your message, you need to determine how can you rewrite that message to use positive words. The third thing you will do to show courtesy in your message is to use gender-free terms. Rather than using a sexist term, you will use a gender-free term. For example, rather than saying policeman, you would say police officer. Rather than fireman, firefighter. Rather than serviceman, male soldier. Rather than waitress, server, and so on. And the last thing to show courtesy with your messages is to provide a prompt response. A congratulatory message should be sent within 2 days of an event. When answering requests within a business setting, you should answer that request within 4 working days of receipt. As a review for the C of courtesy, the following is some examples that you may rewrite. For example, in order to have the you attitude, rather than saying, we need to know the rates of your delivery service, you can see the words we need to be taken out. The word we needs to be taken out so that you follow the you attitude. So another way to write the sentence is to say, please send the rates for your delivery service. The second example of you attitude, Sylvia, I am glad you promptly returned my call. A good thing here is that you did use the receiver of the message's name, Sylvia. So we will want to keep that in the message. However, the word I and my needs to be removed. So we could rewrite the sentence by saying, Sylvia, thank you for promptly returning the call. You see, we changed the word my to the. Positive words, using positive words. Rather than saying do not use negative words in your messages, the best thing you can do is state what can be done rather than what cannot be done. So that sentence there could be rewritten as use positive words in your messages. The next one, you may not use the drive-through banking service before 9 a.m. Again, this is stating what cannot be done rather than what can be done. So rewriting that sentence to say, you may use the drive-through banking service beginning at 9 a.m. would be much better. And last, the gender-free terms, using gender-free terms. The first sentence there is, the realty company is seeking a new salesman. Salesman is a sexist term, so rather than saying salesman, you could change that to something such as sales representative. The realty company is seeking a sales representative. And the last one for courtesy, using gender-free terms. In Upland Hospital, a physician may visit her patients as late as 10 p.m. Again, we're talking about all physicians, so we could change physician, the noun, to plural and say physicians, and then omit the words her in order to be gender-free. So we could say, in Upland Hospital, physicians may visit their patients as late as 10 p.m.